Hey guys, Brent Ehrler here with Tackle Warehouse. Hey, I just got done with Lake Cherokee in Tennessee for the season opener of the 2017 Bass Elite Series. And didn't have a great tournament there. I had a great day one. I was in 9th place. Everything went right, caught a good limit. And then the second day, I only weighed in 2 bass all day and dropped all the way out of the money. It was kind of an unfortunate tournament. And you know, I learned a lot. It was my first time seeing Lake Cherokee, and a couple things about that lake. Fairly clear water. It's a reservoir. Very cold. It was snowed on us one day. It was 20 degrees another day. A little bit of wind. A lot of smallmouth, some spotted bass, and some largemouth as well. The fish there act differently. You know, it was going to be, I knew exactly what I was going to do before I even got there. I knew I was going to fish deep, trying to catch smallmouth, and you know, I figured that the tournament would be one on smallmouth. So I fished deep. I fished a drop shot. I fished a NACO rig. You know, the other bait that I threw there was the Damiki rig. It's a real big deal there in Tennessee, and I'd never fished it before. I didn't really understand that concept of dropping kind of a jig head, you know, just a minnow style bait, you know, on these fish. I didn't really know. I just figured they'd bite a drop shot and you know, better than anything else. And I tried the drop shot. I caught some in practice on it. In the tournament, I ended up catching most everything on the Damiki rig. I actually caught them on the Damiki bait a little bit. The other bait I actually threw this more, was a Shad Shaped Worm made by Yamamoto. I just threw it in a natural shad color. But what I didn't realize about this place in this cold water, apparently the way these fish feed is you always have a shad kill in the wintertime in cold water. The shad start to die off. So what you do with this, you know, they call it the Damiki rig. I'm throwing on either a quarter or a 3/8 ounce. This is a bite me ball head. I put it on a Yamamoto Shad Shaped Worm. What I didn't realize, the trick with this is you drop it down and you just hold it there. I'm using my Humber electronics. I'm seeing these fish. I'm dropping to them. What I didn't realize is that you drop it on these spots without even seeing one down there, and these smallmouth will come to it. And I have never fished that way, where you just drop it and hold it. It's almost like catfish fishing. You know, you're waiting for something to bite out there. You're not working the bait. You're not casting the bait. You drop it down there and you hold it. So every fish I caught, I saw the fish, but not necessarily before I dropped to it. So what I would do is I'd drop this bait down there and literally just hold it there. And I can see this thing. I'd hold it about 2 feet off the bottom. I can see it on my helix. You know, it's just sitting down there. And all of a sudden, you just see something come off the bottom, and it would just sit there and look at it. And I'd just hold it there and you wouldn't move it. And then all of a sudden, you'd see it come up a little bit farther, and you'd see one quick little dart, and then your rod would bend. And that's how they bit it. Now, I didn't do that enough in the tournament. That's what happened to me on the second day, is I had some bites. They'd short strike it. I lost a few. Didn't actually land them. I had the bites to be in the money, but I didn't realize until after the tournament that you just drop this on these spots, and these smallmouth would come up and eat it. Now, that's what I did wrong. The trick there was drop that bait down there and do absolutely nothing with it. Just let it sit there and don't move it, and that's how the fish would come and bite it. So, you know, on this rig, I was running my standard setup for any spinning outfit, any deep water finesse fishing. Daiwa Exist. I used to run the Steez reel. Now I'm running the Exist. I always use the bigger reel. This is the 301. Exist, I really like the drag on the Exist. It seems like it's smoother than the Steez. That's why I go with this reel. The brand new Sunline. This is the TX1 braided line. It's real slick, real smooth. Running 12-pound. I'm running to an 8-pound Sunline FC Sniper leader. And then, like I said, Shad Shaped Worm. I'm just using a bite me ball head. Now the rod. This is a brand new rod. It's in the Tatula Elite series of rods that are coming out in the Bassmasters Classic. The neat thing about this is that I actually designed this rod. This is my signature series rod. It's a 7-foot medium fast action rod. The nice thing about this is that it has a very soft tip to it. It's a real fast action, so it has a lot of backbone, so I can get a lot of feel for that bait. I can work the bait without moving it too much. With that soft tip, I can cast it, have precise casting with it, but have a lot of backbone for hook sets. So I designed this for a drop shot, but it works for all spinning applications. This is going to be my go-to rod for all spinning stuff. Now, I had a lot of input on this rod. Comes with the AGS guides that Daiwa came out with, the carbon fiber guide, so it's really light and very sensitive. Again, the Tattoo Elite. This is my signature series rod. It's the Brent Ehrler rod. It's a drop shot rod. 7 feet, and it's a medium fast action. So great all-around setup. I'm so excited to actually finally use these things because it's been a year and a half in the works to finally come down to this finished product, and real excited about using that. So that was how Cherokee went down for me. Unfortunately, it didn't get a check. It didn't fare very well, but I was right on the bubble. Almost had it, but just didn't quite put it together. So, these products here are right on Tackle Warehouse. Check out the new Tattoo Elite series. Not just myself, but the other team members have signature rods under the Tattoo Elites. Check them out. They're designed by us. They're not just thrown out there with an action. There's very specific actions and lengths to all these rods under the Tattoo Elite series. You will not be disappointed. Very good rods. I'm very excited to use them this year and catch a lot of fish on them. So again, check everything out right here on tacklewarehouse.com.
I caught that one with the new Zillion SV spool. It's compact. This is a Zillion rod.
This is a classical leader SSR. It's a shallow running crankbait.
This reel happens to be the Tatula SV. Now the neat thing about the SV is that it comes in other models of reels that Daiwa makes.